You know how some people, they'll do like a fireworks show, will have music?
Yes.
Go, it's just our podcast running under the
Fireworks.
fireworks.
That'd be so great.
Oh my gosh. America.
Woo! It's the 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July to anyone that lives in America.
And if you don't live in America and you're listening to this and you're like, what the heck's the 4th of July?
Technically, it's still the 4th of July. So happy 4th of July.
We should just start celebrating every single day and
It's
making
happy 5th of July.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, welcome back to the Random 3 podcast.
Welcome back to the Random 3 podcast. I'm Grace.
Yeah, I am Josh.
This is
a podcast
with two monkeys in a trench coat.
Talking about random stuff.
And science along the way.
A little bit of science sprinkled in.
It's something special around here.
Yeah. What's up? We've recorded 4. This is the 4th podcast this week.
It's the 4th podcast this week. So when you guys hear this one, we've recorded 3 before this. And then we did a guest episode. So there's like 5. But we're trying to get ahead for July because we're taking 2 weeks.
We're doing a little, we're trying to like bulk. But usually at the beginning of the podcast lately, we've been doing like
a recap.
Recap your life, catch up. Like, we recorded a podcast yesterday, so nothing's really happened.
I didn't sleep well last night, I guess.
I popped the tire on my bike.
Oh, that's right. We didn't talk about that.
I don't think we talked about that.
Josh got an electric bike.
We talked about the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. So literally a day after I got the bike, I ran over a nail and popped the tire. Luckily, the place I bought it from was cool, and they're like, "Yeah, just bring it in. We'll fix it."
That was nice of them.
And then I scratched my car getting it
Oh,
out.
that was a whole...
Dude, that was... Oh, my gosh.
This week has been a whole fiasco for us over here with Team TKOR.
There's been a lot going on.
But, like, we have just been, like, crushing it, the two of us. We're in this creator thing, learning about YouTube, and...
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's just been a lot.
Yeah.
Hopefully we're on the up and up, but...
Who knows?
It's been a lot.
And like we said, this is our 4th podcast this week. So we've basically been doing a podcast a day.
Yeah, we will have a big announcement. I don't think it'll affect the podcast, but like we will have a big announcement. It won't really affect anyone, but TKOR might be moving east. Might be. Yeah.
That's TBD.
TBD on when, but it is happening.
It is. Well, yeah, it's happening, but we don't really know if it's going to affect anything.
Yeah. Probably
not.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
To the 4th of July. Reading the very kind fireworked comments and ratings and reviews.
Yeah, before we get into our topic today, which is the 4th of July.
Yeehaw.
We're going to read some ratings and reviews from Apple Podcast. And I've got one. This is actually a 4-star review.
Oh.
Which, it happens. I understand.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the review because it's a little criticism.
Sure.
So this is from Shuriken15.
Shuriken.
And they say, I love the podcast, but there's some ads that swear a lot. IDK if you can choose who or what the ads are, but I just thought that it was worth mentioning. Shuriken, I appreciate that. I appreciate you bringing that. We don't actually choose them. I think it's our network kind of chooses them, but also it might just be kind of random.
And it also might be like about another podcast.
Yeah, there's definitely like cross-promotion ads among the network. We
sincerely apologize.
But we do apologize. I appreciate you bringing it to our attention. Like we'll reach out to the network and just let them know that there's some swears, because we try to keep it clean here.
Every now and then.
Thank you for mentioning it.
Mine comes from Cade 368584.
Sup, Cade?
Thanks, Cade. It says good podcasts.
Oh, right on.
I love your YouTube channel. Thank you, Cade.
We
love you, and thank you for coming over from YouTube.
Yeah, I really appreciate
making the journey all the way from YouTube.
Making the pilgrimage
from YouTube
to Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means a lot to us. So thank you, Cade.
Yeah. And if you're also watching this on YouTube, consider joining Cade in the trek.
Yes.
To Apple Podcasts.
On the long journey.
On the journey to Apple Podcast and dropping that rating and review.
Yeah, I'd be super appreciative. Speaking of journeys, the people coming over from Britain to America had to take quite the journey. And then they finally gained their independence.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, 4th of July.
Bang, bang, baby.
So I guess just right off the bat, like, if you're not from America...
Yeah, I got a thing. We're going to break it down what it is so you can understand.
Yeah.
Do you have any 4th of July, like, traditions?
Not anymore.
Okay.
But when I was a kid, I loved the 4th of July because It was a small town. We do a small town, 4th of July, big celebration, the whole town all getting together.
Yeah.
And
that's the thing is like people don't realize in small town USA, like
they do it up.
They do it big for the 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July is a big one.
Yeah.
And my dad was actually part of the fire department there.
Okay.
He was the chief for like 17 years.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then he's still just a part of it. But in a small town, the fire department is a big part of 4th of July because they're doing like parade stuff. They're doing the fireworks, which I actually have gotten to lit off professional fireworks before.
Oh.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's legit.
So yeah, I have a lot of good, like when I was a little kid, good memories of 4th of July.
4th of July.
Yeah.
I love that.
What about you?
Cool. Just big family time, always on the lake, back home in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And we always make homemade ice cream.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice.
That is my dad and my sister's like thing.
Yeah.
I watch because I don't cook.
Yeah.
And it would just be really bad if I participated. So.
Oh, also, and this is so weird, but it was always a thing. So every 4th of July, we would wake up early, and the fire department.
Christmas?
Yeah, we'd wake up and get our gifts. No, but the fire department would light off. They called them salute fireworks.
Oh yeah.
Right, they would do that at like 6 a.m.
Oh wow.
On 4th of July.
Yeah.
As like it's 4th of July, you know. So we would always get up, me and my brother, with my dad. We'd go do that. Come home early in the morning. There was always a Twilight Zone marathon on TV.
Oh.
Like the old classic Twilight Zone. And we'd watch that all morning.
That's so
that's
great.
like another thing I associate, which is so like 4th of July, Twilight
Zone.
I think about the Twilight Zone.
That's so funny.
But yeah, that was another thing we always did.
I love that.
Yeah.
So the 4th of July is also known as Independence Day or July 4th, and it is a federal holiday in the United States, and that has been around since 1941.
The federal holiday.
Yes. But the tradition of Independence Day celebrations go back to the 18th century and the American Revolution.
Yeah.
So this is where it gets a little tricky.
This is where it falls apart.
It really does fall apart right here. So on July 2nd, 1776, the Continental Congress voted in favor of independence. And 2 days later, delegates from the 13 colonies adopted the Declaration of Independence.
Okay.
It's a historical document drafted by Thomas Jefferson. Have you seen it? I've seen it.
I have not been that way to
yeah, it's really cool. Like it's behind like this really crazy. So the Declaration of Independence is like on display. Like
listen, I've seen National Treasure.
Yeah. Literally these like you can't take pictures of them. It's like very special temperamented glass.
Yeah.
If anything ever happened, like they can sink them into the ground.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
National Treasure, man.
Yeah.
They do it in the movie.
It's wild.
Did you check for a map on the back?
I didn't.
Oh, well.
Couldn't get my hands on it.
Well, that's understandable.
It's okay.
It seemed like a whole thing to get your hands on.
Oh, yeah.
So the 4th of July is a lie.
Kind of. So from 1776 to the present day, July 4th has been celebrated as the birth of American independence, with festivities ranging from fireworks to parades, concerts, more casual gatherings, barbecues. And the 4th of July this year is on a Monday, which is why you all are getting a podcast about the 4th of July.
Yeah, it comes out on the day.
Yeah.
Couldn't have planned it better.
Very festive.
Yeah.
We got lucky this year.
Yeah.
Like all the holidays fell on a Monday. And so it felt like very like coincided with like everything
nicely,
really well.
Yeah.
Here's the part that is really people's emotions got in the way.
Okay.
John Adams believed that July 2nd was the correct date on which to celebrate the birth of the American independence, and would reportedly turn down invitations to appear at July 4th events in protest.
Oh, okay.
How petty do you have to be to be like, no?
He's like, nah, that's not the right date.
That's not it.
That's not when it is. I don't care what everyone else is doing, but that's not what it is.
It's crazy. So Adams, this is the other crazy part.
Yeah.
Is Adams and Thomas Jefferson both died on July 4th, 1826.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, right. At the 50th anniversary of the adoption of the Declaration of Independence.
Wow. Ironic.
So ironic.
So they're saying that's not, or John Adams was saying that's not the right date.
Yeah.
Because it was signed not signed, voted on the 2nd.
Yeah.
They voted to do it on the 2nd.
Yeah.
But it was not adopted
until the 4th.
Yeah.
Because New York was being a butt.
Well, they kind of do their own thing
They
there.
do their own thing there.
So it could go either date.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in pre-revolutionary years, colonists had held annual celebrations of the king's birthday, which traditionally included the ringing of bells, bonfires, processions, and speech making.
Speech making.
Yes. So by contrast,
Yeah.
this is so bad.
Yeah.
During the summer of 1776, some colonists celebrated the birth of independence by holding mock funerals for King George III as a way of symbolizing the end of the monarchy's hold on America and the triumph of liberty.
Okay, well, that sounds like a very American thing to
Right,
do.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's the 4th of July in a nutshell. Now I want to talk about...
That's where it came from.
That's where it came from. Now I
Yeah.
want to talk about the cooler thing about the 4th of July, the fireworks we set off.
Yeah, this is the thing that goes hand in hand.
This goes hand in hand.
You think 4th of July, you think fireworks.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Fireworks were made in China over 1,000 years ago, and gunpowder is what makes fireworks explode. Potassium nitrate is the most important part of gunpowder, and this is what propels the firework into the sky. A fuse is used to light the gunpowder, which ignites and sends the firework skyward. Once the firework's in the air, more gunpowder inside it causes it to explode with a bang.
Nice.
So we're going to get into like the weeds of fireworks and how
Yeah.
they do their thing
Okay.
because it's really interesting.
It is. They're magic.
They really are.
We had small town fireworks. They were like the professional fireworks.
Yeah.
And like one year I got to light them off. I think it was like when I was 19 or something.
Oh, sweet.
My dad was like, "Yeah, you're old enough to not, if you probably won't die."
Yeah.
These were good fireworks, but then like going and to like a big city firework thing, some of those fireworks that they do, the like color change, the shape, like it is seriously like magic.
It is.
Like seeing that in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, how'd they just make a heart?
Yeah, it's like, how did that explosion make a shape in the sky?
And then explode into other
And
little things.
they continue exploding and change colors.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So the explosive, colorful displays made by fireworks are the result of several different chemical reactions. There are many different types of fireworks, and one of the most common types of commercial fireworks is often used in public firework displays that are very actually similar to rockets.
Oh.
Yes. So the fireworks are kind of rockets.
It's just like a rocket.
It's a rocket.
You're just lighting off a little rocket.
Letting it explode in the sky.
Yeah.
To set off a firework, they use a fuse, and the heat travels along the fuse until it reaches the bottom of the main part of the firework, and this is sometimes called the shell. And this ignites the lift charge, which is made of a black powder, which is a type of gunpowder, and it's loaded at the bottom of the shell.
Yeah. I don't know if we're watching this. If you're watching this on YouTube, maybe we get a picture of these.
Yeah.
But they're shaped kind of like a egg-ish thing, but the bottom is smaller, and that's where that lift shell.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
So when it's ignited, that black powder reacts to create hot gases and a lot of energy. And the force launches a shell out of the tube that it's sitting in, known as a mortar, and the shell is filled with very small pellets known as stars. Once a firework reaches a certain height, sometimes a second fuse, called a timed fuse, ignites and activates the burst charge.
Wow.
Yeah. This is all happening within seconds.
I was going to say, this is all packed in what looks like a softball wrapped in cardboard.
Yes.
With a fuse sticking out of it. And this all is contained inside of it and somehow doesn't just like explode on the ground and kill whoever lit it. Yeah.
So the burst charge is what sets off the stars within the firework, which explode into a dazzling display of colors, sounds, and effects.
Amazing.
And the appearance of each firework depends on what type of star it contains, and on the size and the amount of the pellets and the pattern of the star that is around the central gunpowder charge. So that's what creates the different patterns of firework. For example, if the stars are in a circle around the black powder charge, you get a circle display of color.
Oh.
Yeah. If you make a mistake in placing one of the stars in the wrong spot, the whole pattern will be ruined.
Absolutely.
Like it has to be so strategically
precise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Has to be. And some stars contain metal salts, which produce brilliant colors, while others contain different chemical compounds that cause dazzling light effects like strobing, sparkling, and more.
Fun fact, we just finished a video about containing metal salts.
We did, yeah.
Creating bright, vibrant colors.
Yeah, it's really cool. So if you are curious, check out that video on YouTube.
When it comes out. It won't be out by the time this podcast comes out.
No, it won't.
But the Senko Hanabi
video
will be out as well.
Check that one out.
Which was creating a more safe sparkler.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, check that out.
I think what's really cool is some stars even include chemicals that cause special sound effects.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about when they would light off. They call them salutes.
Yeah.
Which is just like a cannon going off. Yeah.
So I think it's crazy that these chemicals not only give a different color, but they can create sounds.
That is wild.
Yeah, potassium chlorate results in a loud sound, while the use of bismuth creates a crackling or popping effect.
Ooh, I love those fireworks.
The one that goes,
and they like sparkle while they do it too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Other compounds can be packed tightly into the tube and create a slow burn. The result is a slow release of gas that creates a whistling sound within the tube.
Oh.
So that's how you get that.
Nice. Yeah. Those were some 10 out of 10 sound effects.
Thank you. And then the star inside the fireworks are made of the metal salts like we talked about. And the powder combination with the metal and other chemical components give you all these crazy different reactions.
Yeah, that gives you the show.
Yep, the fireworks show.
The big show.
So when you are watching fireworks this evening after you've listened to our podcast.
Oh, yeah, because it is the 4th of July.
It is the 4th of July. So after you have listened to this podcast and you're now watching the fireworks, you can intrigue everyone by telling them what medical particles or metal salts are being used.
You can be that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Be that guy.
I guess be that guy. And also
not the whole time, but like occasionally.
Yeah, pop in 1 or 2 facts. Yeah. Don't overdo it.
No.
Yeah.
Don't be like the podcast.
Yeah.
Don't play the podcast well.
Don't just let you know how some people they'll do like a fireworks show will have music.
Yes.
Go. It's just our podcast running under the
fireworks. That'd be so great.
Oh my gosh.
So when the stars ignite, the medical particles and the metal salts absorb a huge amount of energy. And once they begin to cool down, the particles emit this extra energy in the form of light. And the color depends on the type of metal. So when you have the fireworks, they result in different colors. So strontium is red.
Yeah.
Calcium is orange. Sodium is this really vivid, bright yellow.
Yeah.
Barium's green. Copper is blue, green. Strontium plus copper gives you purple.
Ooh.
And then you get magnesium, aluminum, and titanium. They give you a really brilliant white color.
Yeah. So those are your fun facts.
Those are my fun facts on color.
When the red one explodes in the sky, you can lean over to your friend and be like, that's strontium.
Strontium.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what? That's the name of the firework?
Like, excuse me? What did you just say to me? Who are you? Would you leave me alone?
Yeah, please go away. That was not fun.
Yeah.
What's crazy to me to think about is like the first fireworks were made from gunpowder packed into a long, narrow bamboo tube.
Yeah.
And they thought that the loud booming sound would keep away evil spirits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Listen, I feel like they did a lot of things back in the day just to keep away evil spirits.
The spirits must have been real angry.
Like most things, when they explain it, they're like, yeah, they were trying to ward off ghosts.
They hated the ghosts.
Yeah.
I'm like, were the ghosts that bad?
I guess so, man.
Sure.
I mean, they used ghosts to explain pretty much
anything.
Any negative thing in life.
Yeah.
So.
It was the ghost.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's the evil spirits.
But I also think it's really funny to think back. Like, what man, because you know a woman didn't decide to shove a bunch of crap into a long, narrow tube. What man was like, I wonder what this will do?
Like, well, I have this powder that explodes when I stick fire to it, and I have some bamboo.
Let me put this in the bamboo.
Let me try those two together and see what happens.
Like, you know it had to just, like, send shrapnel pieces of bamboo.
Yeah, first try, somebody probably caught some bamboo in the face. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would imagine on the path of creating fireworks, a lot of people died.
Yes.
There was a lot of
death, probably.
There was probably a lot of death. Yeah.
It's crazy to even think about.
Yeah.
So now I want to kind of talk about the anatomy of...
The anatomy?
The firework?
Yeah.
The anatomy of the firework.
Yeah, that feels like a weird way of phrasing that, but...
It kind of is.
Yeah.
So you were talking about, like, that softball...
Yeah, it looks like
thing.
It looks like a softball wrapped in cardboard paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because that's really is what it looks like.
Yep.
Like
slap a photo on the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
If not, give it a good Google.
Just Google firework shell.
Anatomy of a firework.
It looks like a softball wrapped in cardboard.
So what's holding the softball is called the mortar, and it's a tall cylinder that's holding the shell unit.
That's the bamboo.
Yes.
Would be your mortar.
Was your mortar.
So it's just like a straight pipe.
And then the shell often comes in the form of a paper sphere packed as 2 halves.
Mm.
And it's filled with a star design to produce a specific effect in the sky. And then the bottom of that shell contains a lift charge that launches the shell out of the mortar.
Yeah, and that's what the ones that I've seen, it doesn't look like it's not a perfect circle. You'll have like the softball shape,
oblong.
And then it does have like a little kind of thing at the bottom.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it's sitting on like a Reese cup.
Yeah, it does look like that. It
Yeah.
looks like a softball on a Reese cup, and that whole thing is wrapped in cardboard.
Think of a very dramatic ice cream cone
Yeah, it's like a tiny little nubby cone
Yeah.
with like a big fat scoop.
of ice cream.
Yeah, that's what a fireworks shell looks like. We're really painting a picture
We
here.
really are. We're trying. I want people to really understand.
We don't want people to use Google. We're
No.
trying to just paint it for you. Yeah.
Such a bad thing for us to be doing.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and then the fuse carries the heat to activate the black powder,
Yeah.
charges the whole thing, and it goes ba-bam.
Ba-bang.
The lift charge is located at the bottom of the shell, and this charge is made out of the black powder as well.
That's the Reese cup.
Yes, that is the Reese cup. And when ignited, it launches the shell out of the mortar and into the sky. So basically, the mortar is there to give it direction. Because if the mortar wasn't there, it would just explode. We don't know where it would go. It would just...
That's the thing is that, so basically when the lift charge ignites and it goes off, that is just an explosion.
Yeah.
And
to send it up.
But it's not like a rocket where you see like the actual engine and it's like a directional chute out the bottom.
Yeah.
The thing is literally just like an explosion,
Right.
and the mortar just contains it and gives it direction up. Without the mortar, it would just explode on the ground.
Which is why if you think about watching a firework, if you watch its trail as it goes up into the sky, it doesn't go straight up.
Well, on a good one, like if it's launched properly, it should shoot fairly straight, and then when it gets up, it kind of arcs.
Yeah.
Because that other part hasn't exploded yet.
Right.
So there's weight to it.
It's in free fall.
It's just getting launched into the sky. But without a mortar, it would just explode. It would just be a fireball on the ground, and then the other part would explode moments after.
Also, imagine the people that were like, "Oh, we need to put this in a thing so it goes up."
They light it off first, and they're like, "Oh, well, that killed Jim. Let's try and contain it."
Jeez, it's so bad.
Yeah.
And then the black powder that was invented in China over 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting is this gunpowder that they use for fireworks is made out of 75% potassium nitrate or saltpeter.
Yeah.
And then it's 15% charcoal and then 10% sulfur.
Simple.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Really easy, and may or may not have been made on the TKOR YouTube channel in the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't make it yourself, please.
I would not make it. It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous, very sketchy.
Yeah.
And then the time fuse. Kenan has some experience with this.
Yes.
The fuse activates the burst charge within the firework.
Yeah, so this is a little slower burning fuse.
Mm-hmm. But it's still burning as it's going up into the air.
Yeah, it's a slow burn.
Yeah.
So, and it's all timed so that once it reaches that like optimal height, it's burned through that time fuse.
Yeah. And that time fuse connects to the burst charge, which is located at the center of the shell, and this ignites the stars within the firework.
Nice.
And then those stars are the small pellets made of the chemicals.
Yep.
And when they ignite, they create the fireworks, special sounds, and light effects.
That does the thing.
It does the thing.
Yeah.
Despite how sketchy fireworks are,
I mean, they're pretty sketchy.
They're sketch.
They're very sketchy.
Americans spend somewhere around $1 billion on fireworks each 4th of July.
Well, I mean, it's not the 4th of July without fireworks. Who cares if we burn down half the country?
It's so bad.
Yeah.
And I think what's funny, it allows for a nationwide celebration of independence. And John Adams would surely have been so annoyed that America is still celebrating.
Yeah, that dude's like, no, it's the 2nd, and the entire country's
He's the only
now like,
man
nope.
in the neighborhood lighting off fireworks on the 2nd.
Oh, that guy. Yeah. John Adams is, and then on the 4th, he's the guy in the neighborhood that's calling the cops.
He's just sitting there. Like,
he's on his porch, like grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's John Adams.
That's John Adams. What a guy.
What a guy. And that's the 4th of July.
There's not a lot to 4th of July. Really, it's the fireworks.
The fireworks are the big thing.
Fireworks are the big thing. I think. I mean, like you said, there's a lot of like barbecuing going on. But yeah, it's really just those fireworks, man.
Everyone loves them.
Yeah.
And what's so cool is I didn't know about the stars.
Stars are cool. That's I like I said, I have been around the fireworks. I have like held the shells in my hand.
That's terrifying.
A little bit, and I don't think I really realized that when I was and I don't think my dad, like, I don't know if I should have been doing that, but like they had us like loading the mortars in the
That's
like putting
so
the shell.
scary.
I'm like holding a firework shell in my hand, just like
Shoving it in a thing.
Woo, yay, this is fun. But I do think they're fairly safe. Like I don't think there's a way for it to just go.
I don't think they can just detonate.
Yeah, they somehow have to have a flame.
Yeah.
So as long as you're not doing that, you're not bringing a flame into the situation.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say I have seen
fireworks gone wrong. Maybe
fireworks
that should be the
gone wrong.
name
Yeah.
of this.
Fireworks gone wrong. I've seen like some of them, like the lift charge didn't work.
Oh.
And it only shot up like 2 feet.
Oh, I've seen those. Those happen
And
like
then-
all
and
the
then
time.
And then it blew up like not 2 feet. It, maybe shot up 10 or
Yeah.
20.
And they're
then
like
blew
real
up.
low above your head.
Real low, and it blows up. And I've seen that. I've seen it where it shoots up and then just lands and doesn't
What?
ever explode. Yeah, I've seen that.
That would be terrifying.
Listen, man, that's a small town fireworks show right there.
Who
There's
was
a lot of
was that
danger
Jerry's
going
dad packing them in the back shed?
on.
for the-
Jerry's dad.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, Jerry's dad in the small town
Oh,
was
in the
the
small
one
town,
that like packed
packing
the fireworks for the
fireworks
town.
I mean, it is like let me tell you, the small town firework display is a miracle that more people aren't hurt setting that up, and there's definitely far more kid involvement than there probably should be.
That's
like
insane.
I was there from a young age, holding dangerous fireworks shells, packing them in mortars, but it's all good.
It's fine.
know.
You're still here with us.
I'm still here, and it was fun. Like when I finally got to actually, my dad let me light them off. I was wearing. They put me in like the whole getup, the fireman, turnout gear. Had the helmet, goggles.
I just think it's so funny they sent you out there and they're probably like, everyone, it's Josh's
Like,
year.
send the kid.
Send a prayer.
He's old. He's old enough. If he dies, he lived a
Everyone
life.
hold your breath.
Yeah.
And Josh's like waddling out
I
there.
waddle
like,
out in like all this gear. I had a fuse,
Okay.
like a flare to light it.
That's sweet.
And it was like they had the fireworks were coming out of the mortars. The fuse hung out, and you literally just like touch the flare to it, and then just lean away,
Okay.
and it would just. And then you go to the next one. Yeah.
Did you guys take turns or?
Yeah, it was like they had a whole thing going where it was
Okay.
like these people would go, they'd launch one, then over here launches one, and
Okay.
then yeah, it was a whole
Oh,
thing.
so
we're
organized.
not screwing around.
Oh, okay.
It might be a small town, but
It's organized.
put on a good display.
I love that.
Yeah, but that's fireworks.
That's fireworks,
and that's
guys.
the 4th of July.
Yeah, if you guys are listening to this during the day, I hope
Yeah.
you have a great 4th of July.
And if it's
The day after?
any day after,
I hope you did have a
hope you had
great
a
4th
good
of July.
hope you had a great 4th of July. And if you're in another country,
You should celebrate anyway.
I hope you had a great Monday.
Yeah, happy Monday.
Yeah, I hope it was just a good Monday.
Yeah,
you know?
everyone needs a good Monday every now and
Yeah.
then.
Also, I would love to hear if you are in another country. Like other
Let us
countries
know.
have Independence Days
Yeah.
usually, or like a national day.
yeah,
where they
that celebrates their country.
Yeah, where they celebrate. So tell us about that.
I would love to know.
Yeah, drop a comment on YouTube or a rating and review, and tell us about your day, your country's day.
Yeah, I would love that. And
Yeah.
as always, you are helping out the podcast more than you know by leaving a rating and review on Apple
Yes.
Pods.
Yeah.
You help us get into the ratings.
Big
People
time.
notice us. They
Yeah.
want to work with us, collab, all that stuff.
All
so
the good stuff.
we couldn't do it without your awesome ears. So thank you for letting us into your brain.
Yeah. I mean, we might be like a little bit of an infection in your brain. Sorry, but
It's okay.
thanks for letting us in.
We're here.
We'll try not to cause too much havoc.
We love it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go get ready for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
I'm
Josh
gonna
is
go
gonna
I'm gonna go buy some fireworks.
get your get up on.
Get my get up on. Get ready to light some fireworks.
I love it.
Yeah. All
That'd
right.
be great.
Okay.
Happy 4th of July. We will see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone.